I'm in Utrecht this morning for work and it's raining a bit, which is quite annoying, but I'm going to try out a new cafe. I saw something online from this cafe about a pistachio matcha and some sort of cinnamon cold brew or something. So far I'm not sure if I'm gonna go for the coffee or a matcha, but I'm really excited. Amsterdam for the day, and I just tried a reformer Pilates class for the first time, and it was so tough, but it was really fun. So now I'm ready to get some work done, but I wanted to show you my little outfit because I'm wearing a new sweater from Uniqlo and it's like the perfect autumn color. So let's go get some more coffee and get some work done. Morning. Don't mind my hair. I'm trying to do some sort of blowout, but if there's something I'm not good at, it's probably doing my hair, so I don't know if this is even gonna do anything. But I have a work event later today and I wanted to get ready immediately after my run for that, so hence the blowout. I'm working from home today, so I'm gonna make a coffee soon and do all of my work and everything. I went for a run this morning, and recently I've just been not prioritizing running because I just haven't really run that much over the past few months. And when I woke up, my body was so sore from the Pilates class that I did yesterday. For some reason, I did expect the Pilates to be like really hard and tough, but also not really, but I really did like it. But there isn't a lot of accessibility to it like where I live. Most of the studios that have reformer Pilates are like at least an hour away, and even in the city that I work, they don't really have a reformer studio, so which really sucks because I feel like I would have loved to do this more often. So yeah, I did like it and I had a pretty good day in Amsterdam. I got a lot of work done on my laptop and that's pretty much all I did. But after I was editing at this cafe, I went to this matcha meetup that an influencer that I follow on Instagram was hosting, and honestly it was so nice to meet her. She was so kind and she was just very appreciative that everyone came. The point of this meetup was to meet new people and make connections and just talk to people. So I went there by myself and I just started talking to people, and it was honestly really good. I met quite a few people and we just started chatting. The only downside that I was feeling is that I was obviously not from Amsterdam. Like, I'm Dutch, but I don't live in Amsterdam, which is quite annoying because honestly most of the people that came are obviously from Amsterdam and they live there. So if you meet new people and they want to like plan things, it will always be in Amsterdam, and it's just really annoying that I don't live there. Anyways, the meetup was really fun. Everyone was just so kind, and afterwards I just went home. And yeah, as I was saying, when I woke up this morning, my body was so sore from the Pilates that I immediately was like, oh, I don't want to go for a run. And lately every time I was like, I don't want to go for a run, I did not go for a run. So today I changed it and I did go for a run, and I even went for an interval session, which I haven't done in about like 6 months at least. And it was honestly really hard, but I ended up finishing it and I'm really proud of that. And something else that I'm really proud of that I want to show you, that I'm like so excited about, is that I got this package from Milou for an Instagram reel. Like guys, Milou is like one of my dream brands to work with. Like this is just the coolest thing ever. So I'm really happy with this. So you'll definitely see more of that in an upcoming Instagram reel. So if you don't follow me on Instagram already, you definitely should. Right now I should probably take out these hair rollers. I'm gonna make a coffee. And then I do want to do my October recap in my journal because today is the last day of October. And then I'll have to get to work. But let's take out these rollers. Honestly, I am terrible at doing my hair, and I also just don't really do blowouts because they never work out. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I just really don't know how long this will actually stay. So I'll probably spray in some hairspray and then just pray for the best. So yeah, let's go make some coffee. I think I'm gonna make a brown sugar shaken espresso because that just sounds very good to me right now. I have pretty much been chugging this coffee as if it's a glass of water. And I usually don't drink my coffees this fast, so I don't really know what's going on there. But I just did my October recap in the journal. I haven't really been journaling that much. I only did the autumn mood board and then I wrote down things twice. But 2 times is still more than nothing, so still pretty proud of that. And I didn't want to force myself to do this because then I just know that I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, we'll see about that. But I did an October recap. On this side, I just used my own pictures that I took in October. For like the goal pages and everything, I do use pictures off of Pinterest, but for the recap ones, I just wanted to use my own pictures because that's like an actual recap of the month. And for what I wrote down, I hate my handwriting, so I'm not going to show you too much. But for this page, I did a favorite moments, ins and outs. Probably heard about the ins and outs thing, but it's basically the ins are things that you do want to do more of in the next month. And in this case, it could be things that you did in October that you want to continue in November. And the outs are obviously things that you don't want to keep doing. So my favorite moments of the month that I wrote down is hitting 5,000 subscribers. I am so happy that I hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like that has just been such a milestone for a pretty long time. So that was really cool and I'm really grateful. Other than that, we celebrated our 3-year anniversary. And that was on a Saturday, so we got a coffee and we went out for dinner. That was just a really nice and cozy day. So the last thing I also wrote down is quality time together because I feel like that's something we kind of did this month that I really liked. Moving on to the ins and outs. For the ins, I have journaling, matcha lattes with coconut milk, replacing screen time with reading, prioritizing running again, and more solo dates. I feel like these are all things that I've kind of been starting up in October that I really want to continue in November. And lastly, for the outs, I have a couple of things that are kind of general things, but they do really align with October for me. I wrote down negativity, staying in your comfort zone, comparing yourself, and doom scrolling. I feel like these are all things that I do, not necessarily only in this month, but this month I've kind of been focusing on not doing them anymore, so that's why they're my outs for the month. And yeah, that's the journal page. I really want to continue doing this because it's actually quite therapeutic to just do this, and the color of the images is not that great because our printer is absolutely terrible, but just looking at the pictures and cutting them out and just writing, it's just honestly really nice. So tomorrow's a new month, so I do want to set some new goals and actually try to stick to them and like actually do things that are gonna make those goals maybe happen. Because at the start of the year, I was like, I'm gonna make monthly goals and work on them, and I never really did. So maybe for the second last month, I will actually do it, but I'm definitely gonna try, and that's gonna start by making a journal page with the goals. So I'll probably talk about that tomorrow, but first I need to actually do some work. It is Saturday today and it's the start of a new month, and I have kind of planned today to just be very peaceful and just have a lot of rest so I can kind of prepare and plan for the new month. I just made a November page in my journal. Basically what I did is I took some pictures off Pinterest for some inspiration. Basically most of these pictures are kind of based around solo dates and coffee dates, and that is just going to be something this month, which is why it kind of resembles the month for me. And then I really like this quote because it says, "I can achieve my wildest creative dreams going slow and resting often." And I feel like that's something that I want to do because I have a lot of things that I want, but I just don't really know how to get there yet. And I feel like going slow and actually rest is something that would help me because I just get overwhelmed very quickly. So yeah, and then I wrote a couple of things down that I will go over with you. I have a few goals for the month, and I think I said this the other day that I wanted to set goals each month, and I never actually did, and I never actually stuck to any of the goals. So I feel like for this month I kind of want to actually look into how I'm gonna achieve these goals and actually do something about it. So the goals for the month that I wrote down are: read 2 books, 10K steps a day. Probably not every single day, but this is just something that I really want to do practically every day, and if there's a day that I can't reach it, that's okay. But it's just something that I want to be able to actually stick to. Go on 1 solo date a week. This is something that I really want to do because I've noticed that I actually really enjoy those and they just help me a lot. So I want to go on at least 1 solo date a week, which usually is like a coffee date to me, just working from a cafe, just getting a coffee, just reading, just anything like that. And I kind of want to plan them beforehand so I know that I will actually go on 1 a week. So that's a goal that I'm actually really excited about. 2 liters of water a day, no phone right after waking up. This is something that I'm working on because I'm not very good at this. Usually I keep my phone next to my bed, and when I wake up I will just go on my phone to wake up, which is not really a good thing. So I've been trying to charge my phone in the office instead of the bedroom, so then I can only get my phone after I get out of bed. That has not been happening every night, so this month I really want to work on that. And the last one is post more consistently on TikTok because I have not been posting at all, which is something that I want to do. So those are things that I kind of want to work on this month. And I also wanted to do this little thing which is more of and less of. This is kind of similar to everything else that I've been journaling about, and like in the October recap I also did ins and outs, so I feel like this is a little bit similar to that. More coffee dates, more saying no, more reading and more running, and less doom scrolling, negative self-talk and stressing and waiting for things. That's that. And then I just did a few things that I'm really excited for this month because I actually am really excited about these things. The first one is a solo trip to Berlin. I've never been to Berlin before, and basically I'm only going for practically 1 full day, so I'm not gonna see that much of the city in 1 day. I'm really excited to go by myself, and I've been looking up some like cute cafes in Berlin, and yeah, I'm just really excited. Next has to do with the first one because it's seeing Shawn Mendes and his album release, because the reason I'm going to Berlin is to see Shawn Mendes. I am just so insanely excited about this because I obviously saw Shawn in London in August, but that just all felt so fake and just last minute. Like physically I was there, but honestly everything about that I was like, did that actually happen? And now with Berlin I'm just super excited to see him because I've actually like seen him perform again, and he's just doing so great and I'm so proud of him. And I'm just so excited to hear these new songs again because I know that I actually really love this album. And he's also singing some of his old songs in these new Family and Friends shows, like guys, Stitches Live and In My Blood in 2024. Like that's actually crazy. So this whole thing has just been so exciting, and I'm really happy that I'm going. And lastly I wrote down spending time with friends and working on / for myself, because I have a lot of things that I'm like working on for myself or on myself, like all of those goals and stuff. So I don't know, I'm just really excited about this month. So as I was saying, today is just a little bit more about resting. We are actually gonna go to a sauna today, and I have never done that before, like actually at like this wellness thing. Job actually won these tickets and you had to use them up in a year, which is why we decided to go today. But before that I'm gonna make a matcha, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of reading and a little bit of planning for my Berlin trip, I think, and just chill because that's kind of what today is about. And I'll probably also go for a walk. It kind of depends on what time Job will be back and what time we'll have to leave. But I'm definitely gonna make a matcha and read for a little bit because, as I said, one of my goals is to read 2 books this month. So now I'm actually gonna have to read more. So that's what I'm gonna do. Also, I tried my new Gisou products, and I have to admit my hair has not smelled greater because the smell is like so amazing. My skin, on the other hand, is not doing very good. I've been getting a lot of breakouts here, and I honestly don't really know. Well, I actually do think I know why, because I've been eating a lot of chocolate recently, so that could be a big contributor to my breakouts. But yeah, I was really excited to use these products, and the smell is just so amazing, and I feel like I'm really gonna love them. So super thankful. So now let's go make a matcha.